Hi, I'm Kaylin, I'm 18, I'm from Dundrum.
I'm Tammy Donaghy, I'm 19 years old and I come from Finglas.
I'm James, I'm on the action panel here in SpunOut.
My name is Nicole Chikamura and I'm 18 years old and I am originally from Zimbabwe.
My mother has been a drug addict her whole life. She was homeless because she was on drugs, so we were living in shelters or addicts' houses or wherever we could really, and my dad took his life too. And he had been suffering with psychosis, which I didn't know. But then, yeah, I got to about 13, third year, and then it hit me too. So I started to get really like, what's going on with me? And I started hurting myself and stuff. So I had a really long battle throughout the years with mental health, and I just had a breakdown, and I just called my nanny into the room and I was like, look, I just feel like taking my life. And I think that at that point I was like, you know what? It was like the bottom. I hit rock bottom and now I'm back, and I've never been happier in my life. Like,
I was going through a tough time because I had a thyroid problem and I didn't know anyone else who had this issue, but not many people know about like thyroid disorders and all that. So one of your friends might be like, oh, why aren't you hanging out today or something like that, and you're like, oh, it's my thyroid. They're like, it's just in your throat, like it's not a big deal.
What would happen is I'd get on the bus and I'd be so nervous getting on the bus, and I wouldn't understand. It was like, oh, what if I don't have the right change? Even though I knew I had the right change, or just, I don't know, it's just like overwhelming fear of nothing. And I was just like so confused by this, and this went on for months, and then I was like, you know, just throw it into Google and see what comes up.
When I was 13, my dad passed away in a car accident, and then when I was 15, my mom passed away with meningitis. And I had no family in Zimbabwe, and me and my siblings were separated by different countries. So I had to stay alone for a year before I could come to Ireland, which was really difficult. There was no family to help me. There are no social services or anything in Zimbabwe to help me. No one really paid attention to me. I was miserable. I didn't want to come to Ireland because I was too afraid of a new environment. I felt like I just got uncomfortable, like being alone, and I just didn't want to be put out there into the world again. I didn't want to try again. I didn't want to keep going. I just wanted to give up and just, you know, feel sorry for myself.
I knew I was coming out with care and I was freaking out. So I Googled, I'm coming out with care, what should I do? First thing that came up, SpunOut.ie's article. I think it was, what are your rights if you're in care? I was like, this has so much information. I went onto the homepage and I just seen there was like options like life and I think mental health or college and stuff, and I was like, this just helps, this can really help me. So then, because I was going 18 and doing my leave, and I was like, grants, that tells me about student grants and then mental health stuff and all. I was like, wow, this is quite informative. So I always kind of went back and checked on it. I was like, I'm bipolar, I'm depressed. I just self-diagnosed myself with, you know, everything. And I found it really helpful, you know, to kind of read the articles and be like, okay, no, I don't think I have that.
I just happened to come across an article with a girl talking about her thyroid problem and how she kind of dealt with it. So when I first saw the title, I was like, oh my God, someone else actually, like, this is a problem, because I only knew people who were much older and I didn't know anyone in the school who had it. So my first reaction was actually someone out there who like is experiencing this the same age as me, and how to deal with it in like school and just in like social life as well, because that's a big part of like teenage life. So I was just really happy and excited, because I wouldn't feel like I'd be coming up with excuses anymore, that it was an actual problem and I had their support.
Just went on a SpunOut, looked for one of their pieces and found, and I was like, oh, like this is actually a thing. I'm not just like afraid of nothing. I have anxiety issues, and it was then that I was like, okay, this isn't something that I'll do on my own. And SpunOut was able to show me that this isn't a thing that will go away. Like, it's a thing that you can seek help for, and that's what I did. It was only through finding proper opinion pieces in SpunOut that I was able to deal with that issue.
I didn't know what the CAO was. I didn't know how the points were even calculated. I went on and then it showed me the point system and how everything works. I learned about PLCs, and I decided to do a PLC because of the information that I got there and how accommodation works and everything like that. That's when I went to the whole website and I saw there were different topics. So I was looking around, and that's when I saw the mental health topic, and that's when like it really spoke to me, and yeah, I felt like, yeah, this is what's really going on with me and I need to do something about it.
I just felt like I had a back support in case I didn't have someone else to talk to. I could just read through people's experiences and get confidence that way.
It's just what young people need, in my opinion, because it's youth information and it's on your fingertips, isn't it? Like, it's so easy to access, it's free. It was just normal language telling me normal things, how to do it, and I was like, okay. Like, it was just so easy to follow, and I was like, yeah, this is helpful.
I think it's so important that young people have just proper factually based information, so they're able to, again, like, have the right tools to deal with whatever issues they come across. And SpunOut provides that, like, non-judgmental information for young people, whatever the issue is. It's like, here's the facts, and that's what they give you. I think that SpunOut has a core role in giving young people proper information that they need.